have arrived.
Do this. Hello, everyone. My voice is kind of like shit today, but welcome one and all to the Room About Thought. We talk about anything and everything all the time. I'm yourself, Jimmy. Right now, I have me, and we're bringing Amina. She's talking with her mother on the phone. So I'm just going to just really quickly while we're prepping up. I'm just gonna get YouTube startup for the Gran Turismo music for when we actually start talking. My voice is kind of like shit today, so I apologize if I don't talk a lot or I don't talk very loudly. You can understand why once we get to the main point of today's reason why we're streaming so late.
Well, if nothing else, this has definitely been an interesting week full of events which we can discuss.
Really? Has it been an eventful week for you too?
Oh, less so for me specifically, but
I mean,
there have been events which can be discussed.
True, that's good stuff. Alright, well, we can start with you. What happened to you?
Well, my week was fairly uneventful again. Had a job interview, went well. But other than that, so there's a. We're gonna wait for Mina to come for one of the things because it's discussing some stuff that's going on this continent. But there were going-ons on the European continent too, if you weren't aware.
No, I wasn't. What happened?
So, Ukraine has begun their much-anticipated counteroffensive, which, from the very limited information available, seems to be going okay. They're in like very early probing phases, but from what I've seen, it seems they picked a very specific date to start.
Ah, yes.
They chose to begin on June 6th. Are you familiar with the historical significance of the date of June 6th?
June 6th. What happened on June 6th? Wait, then they already started. Because it's, June 11th.
Or at least in the early phases of it, from what I've seen. There's very little information available because the government of Ukraine requested. Yes. They're very specific in what they're doing. Yeah, the Ukrainian government requested open source intelligence, please shut up, and the internet has mostly shut up. Meanwhile, you have Russia, who is struggling with the fact that they've done something that's probably a war crime, and they're denying that they did it, saying Ukraine actually did it. And then they've got soldiers on social media bragging about them doing it.
Ah, yes. Because of course.
Said thing being they blew up a dam in southern Ukraine.
Oh wow! Ferrari won the 24 Hours of Le Mans.
Cargo room.
Yeah, we watched a little bit on the beginning of the 24 Hours of Le Mans. So it seems like Ferrari won.
I think Top Gear did one of those events once.
They did an endurance event in Silverstone, yes, with a pretty funny looking BMW 3 Series diesel.
Yes. Anyway, as I was saying, so Russia blew up a bridge in Ukraine, releasing 18 cubic kilometers of water.
Huh?
18 cubic kilometers of water were sent flooding downriver after a dam blew up, which rendered basically the entire southern portion of Ukraine,
unlivable.
Russia front line, a swamp for the next several months, flooded at least one major city, and honestly one of the things that's probably the long-term scary thing is there are a bunch of minefields downstream of that dam that have been washed out.
Oh no.
Yeah. So that's gonna be fun. It also means that the big giant reservoir that it had was used to supply a second smaller reservoir that was used for cooling water for a nuclear power plant.
Oh no.
I mean, luckily from what I've managed to, my understanding is that nuclear plant's already had its reactors shut down, but you know, they still need cooling water.
Hmm.
You still need cooling water because you've got all the pools, the cooling pools for the spent fuel that you have to keep filled, and the non-spent fuel that you still need to keep cool and stuff. So it's not an immediate problem, but it's going to be a problem.
Long term, yes, as you said.
Yeah.
So my week has been kind of eventful because between this, what happened today, uh, Pokemon Unite 11th season finished like yesterday, and I wasn't going to make it unless they made a big push. Last Friday, I ended up staying until 2 a.m. on Saturday to get to Master Rank. I eventually got it at 2:38 in the morning. I was very tired. This game exhausts us mentally. But yeah, also the 24 Hours of Le Mans happened, as I said, and I'm kind of waiting on Mina to see if we can talk about the thing that I wanted to talk about today, because I feel like she would like also to know it. But on a slight note, it's been a very fun day, and my voice is kind of wasted. I've been talking a lot. I've been doing a lot of things today, even though I've been only in one place to be said. But yeah, it's been a good day today for me. I met someone that has been like telling me tips for streaming, and he literally told me, if you want to get people to watch you, you need to get a TikTok account and an Instagram account, which I have neither. Because I've never been interested in TikTok or on Instagram. I've never had like a social media on there. Oh, hello, there's the Mina.
Speaking of Mina,
There she is. Hello, Mina.
the Raichu has arrived.
The Raichu.
And we've got Wolfborn33 in chat. Hello, chat.
Oh, hello, Wolfborn. Mina, your mic okay?
Mina, you're muted.
Yeah, I know. Is my mic ever okay though? I'm fixing it right now.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
So, now that the second American is here, the East Coast has been having a fun week.
Oh?
And for once, it's not even America's fault.
Huh.
Because
Why, what
if you
happened?
weren't aware, Canada is on fire.
Ah, yes.
I heard about that. We're getting
Yes.
some of their smog
Like,
here too.
Eastern Canada has like 400 wildfires burning.
Oh, God.
New York, it was like, Mina, you know, a few years ago where it's the pictures of like San Francisco where it was just Venus because of all the wildfires here.
What do you mean just
Yeah.
San Francisco? It was you could see the redness all the way out here. I remember
Well,
getting the
All,
wildfires.
all the famous pictures of it that really went around were like of the Golden Gate Bridge.
Yeah. I'd
You're
imagine.
talking
Yeah,
when
it's
New
basically
York
looking
got
like
the
9/11.
Mexico filter
Exactly that.
on.
It's not. No, it's too strong to be the Mexico filter. It's the Venus filter.
It's the Mars filter.
No, it's Venus filter. Trust me. The Mars is generally too clear. There's not enough atmosphere on Mars for it to be that thick. It is so
But yeah.
orange. Donald Trump could go walking down the street and just be invisible.
Hey.
Wow.
It is.
been indicted. Pretty interesting.
Yes, he also got actually properly indicted for a crime, so that's interesting. And I'm not gonna talk about that too much because I'm sure
Yeah,
that'll
let's
annoy
move on.
Twitch.
So,
But yeah, so it's the East Coast's turn to be Venus. The air quality rating was like 413 for just being absolutely terrible. I think that's like the worst on record in like the U.S. at least.
and what happened?
It's because there's just so much shit in the air because Canada's on fire.
Why is Canada on
Um,
fire? What happened?
wildfire season, apparently.
No.
Yeah, we get those annually here in California too.
And
Um,
climate change has exacerbated the issue, but
Mm.
the American news group USA Today also put up a really strange news article that's just like, the fuck they doing over there?
not their best, obviously.
So, Mina, did I share it in your server? I don't know.
I
But
don't
it's
know.
USA Today is just the headline. Canada wildfires are messing up our beautiful American air. We must invade immediately.
What?
I hope it's
Yeah,
just satire for saying send in aid with a bunch of firefighters.
Yeah.
Hopefully, but you know what? I kinda doubt it.
I
guess
also
my
doubt it.
response-
I just wish that was what that was.
My response to seeing that though is just that picture of the cat standing in the stove. That's just the fuck they doing over there.
So,
An intern was having fun and didn't care about his job.
so.
Meanwhile, while all this is going on, Congress failed to pass a bill banning the president from banning gas stoves.
What?
Because, they have big gasoline companies. Or
No,
gas
no, no, no,
companies.
no, not gasoline stoves, like natural gas stoves.
Natural gas stoves?
Yeah.
Eh,
And
I think there's probably a lobby for everything at
The-
this point.
literally, the only reason they're doing this is because somehow the Republican Party's managed to convince itself that the Biden administration wants to ban gas stoves.
I wish a lot of people would pull themselves out of their ass and look at stuff
And literally,
objectively.
the only reason they think this is because some scientists did a study. It was like, yo, I think there may be a link between gas stoves in the home and increased rates of asthma, and a couple states oh, in that case maybe we should encourage the use of electric stovetops instead, because not only is it better for the environment, it doesn't cause asthma as much. Maybe.
Makes sense.
I don't know. I haven't really done research on it, but it's apparently that, and then some one government agency yeah, this is probably a good idea, and somehow this is they're trying to cancel the gas stoves.
Gas stoves. That wasn't even on the docket. It's just
literally.
that maybe something we should put more funding into researching,
The-
because I know there are people who hate having asthma.
The other thing though that makes it even more hilarious is the bill failed. Because despite having a majority in the House, the Republicans failed to pass it because a bunch of Republicans voted against it, not because they thought it was stupid, but because they were upset with the Speaker of the House for negotiating on the debt ceiling and not causing a global economic collapse.
They're just really entitled, and that's the only reason they want that power that comes with being in political office.
Mm-hmm. So.
To steer away from politics for a second, did you guys hear about the Las Vegas alien crash?
No? What?
So, did Area 51 fly a new test plane or something?
No, it is alleged that a UFO crashed into the backyard of some dude, and he and his family claimed that 2 individuals popped that were about 8 to 10 feet tall. And they uploaded a video of the light of something coming down from the sky. You can hear the crash on a separate camera, the ring camera, but they never show the individuals themselves. And I think you can find the audio of them making a 911 call, claiming that there are 2 creatures about 10 feet tall with big, large eyes looking at them.
Ah, yes, of course, the big large eyes. Why is everything happening with aliens happening in America?
Well, mainly because the other thing is it happened in Las Vegas, which is why I'm
Yeah.
inclined to just not believe it. 'Cause
Same.
that part of Nevada is where all the alien shit happens. 'Cause that's where Area 51 is. And if you don't know what Area 51 actually is, it is a not-so-secret government test facility for planes.
The most famous secret government base.
Yes. It is the least secret government facility, basically. It's, I mean, the government, for a long time pretended like, oh yeah, definitely, we've got nothing going on there. But then like Obama like actually like referred to it by name. It's literally just an Air Force test facility. They test planes there. That's what
Makes
they do.
sense.
Which is why there's a bunch of UFO sightings around there, because there's some planes that officially don't exist yet. So
Ah,
people
yes.
can't identify them. So they're unidentified flying objects. Wow. Especially since you know when they were really big though? Right as they were testing the B-2 Spirit, which, if you're not familiar, is the really wacky-looking Pac-Man ghost-looking bomber,
Mhm.
stealth bomber. It's got like the jagged
My
rear and the flying wing.
Can you repeat the name so I
my
can look at it?
partner's dad. Sorry, what?
Can you repeat the name so I can look at it?
The B-2 Spirit.
Oh, that one. Okay.
About 2 weeks ago, I was with my partner. We went to go visit his dad and his grandma, because they live somewhat nearby. And we were just like hanging out, deciding what we wanted to eat for lunch that day. When just casually, he just meant his dad mentions that he was taking videos of planes the other day because they live somewhat near an airport now.
Mm-hmm.
And when something told him to just slow down and watch back the footage, like second by second, right? And you can see like little dots like zooming really fast past behind the planes. And he sent me those videos. Do you guys want to see them?
Sure.
Okay.
So there's a reason why I'm not talking very loudly today, and it is something I was waiting for Mina to also come here. I went to a tournament today.
How was it?
It was fun. I ended up 1 and 2. I ended up 25th. But the thing is, my voice isn't like this just because I was in a tournament. I commentated for top 8.
Congratulations, dude.
So yeah, it was a lot of fun. The person that was commentating with me just gave me some tips on what to do better. It just a couple of things that I was like, yeah, makes sense. And I'll probably try to do that. But it's my voice is kind of like wasted because I've been commentating top 8. I've been really bombastic and speaking really fast and being hyper, and it drained my social battery a little bit. So I'm kind of tired today. I wanted to do this anyways because I wanted to talk to you guys because you're my friends and such, and I wanted to see what you were doing and such. Also, I wanted to tell the news, and there's also another tournament coming up this July in Valencia called DreamHack Valencia, and I'm kind of excited to go there. If I have the money for it, I will definitely go and join. This was in like a bar in Valencia called Glitch Bar, and it was a pretty cool place. It was like this. You have the star, you have like the bar area, a little restaurant, you can order like sandwiches and maybe a little bite of chicken or some fries. I ended up ordering, when it was like break time, I ordered some fries with like cheese and bacon. God, that was so delicious, and it was like a big plate too. Yeah, it was a fun experience. I got to see a lot of people again, I got to meet new people, and I got to play some free fees, which is basically friendlies with other people. And another time I realized, damn, I just have normal skill for competitive. I'm not the best, but I'm not the worst. Because I played a lot of people today on friendlies. And after my tournament run was gone, and after I took the break for lunch, we started playing some free-for-alls. And I only lost one match, which was a Diddy Kong Ditto, which is a character I do not play, because there were like 2 new kids, well, not kids, they were like maybe 17, 18. They're like, hey dude, do you want to play some some friendlies with us since you said you were going to? And I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? And I sat down with them and I started playing, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start with the most basic thing. I'm gonna start with your character. I'm gonna play your character against you, and I'm going to tell you what you can do better with it. So I started with a Dr. Mario main, and I was like, okay, you have a good Dr. Mario, but you need to do more nair, and grab a little more, and pressure more with pellet, and stuff like that. And he's like, okay. And then we play a little more, and he gets a little better, and then I played my other characters. And then this other kid comes up, and it's like, hey, you mind if I play too? And it's like, yeah, sure, let's change. And they changed places, and I played his Diddy Kong. And I lost to his Dedecon once, and I was like, yeah, okay, that's good. You did a really good job. You really just got better than matchup. At least at the Ditto, and that's good. And then they're like, hey, who wants to commentate for top 8? And I'm like, yes, me, pick me, because I love commentating. There's a reason why, you know, I'm a streamer. We're doing now this podcast, and you know, I generally like doing this kind of thing, like commentating games that I like to play. That is a bit of the whole spiel as to why, you know, I'm a streamer and all. But yeah, that's what's been happening to me apart from, you know, Pokemon Unite, the grind, 2K2 Masters. So, Mina, you said you sent some videos, yes? Oh my.
It's really hard to see, but you can just barely see like something.
I
moving on
don't
the
see
screen. But
anything
anyway,
moving on that.
it's very small. It's very, very small. I'm gonna have to like do the little. You have to full screen it.
I did,
God.
and I still don't see it.
It's right there in the middle. At least in the first video.
In the second one, I see nothing. The second one, let me see. Oh,
Has the quality of all UFO shots.
He zoomed in really, really hard.
yeah. That's wacky. I mean, it is technically an UFO. It's just, you know, UFOs don't have to be aliens. It's just people.
Might just be like a
Aliens.
weather
Something
balloon.
People won't understand.
That's a really fast weather balloon. Is that how fast they go?
I mean, I don't know how fast it's moving because I can't see anything.
I mean, who knows? Maybe it's a new drone. Maybe it's a stealth drone.
Or
Perhaps.
maybe it's like something that's just caught the light. I don't know.
Oh, well.
I'll try and show. I'll like put a circle around it or something if I can find a way to do
Make the
that.
YouTube thumbnail. The big
Yeah,
red
I'm gonna have to make a YouTube fucking thumbnail for y'all.
Oh yeah. So, apart from the tournament, and from me climbing my ass up to Master Rank in Pokemon Unite, this is my second to last week having to work. Next week is my last week. Except kinda, because on Friday I asked my boss, and I'm like, okay, on Friday I can't really go to work because I have a family meeting, and it's kind of important for me to be there. And she's like, oh, don't worry about it, just come by Monday, and your last day will be Monday. And I'm like, okay, thank you. Also, she just told me as a commentary. We don't know if it will happen or not, but she told our bosses about maybe giving me a monetary compensation for all the work that I've done, which is something I did not expect her to do. But I am very glad that she did. I'm very happy that she did for me. Like, she thought about me. I mean, guys?
We're just listening to
So,
you.
Oh, okay. I'm just like here talking, and I see no feedback. I'm like, guys, where are you?
No, you're good. You're good.
so from my understanding, you're getting paid.
Technically, yes, even though I really shouldn't be, because this isn't something you really get paid for.
If you're doing work, you're supposed to get paid, Jimmy.
Here's the thing, I'm an intern. I'm an intern
So?
coming from the school, and I'm not supposed to get paid because I'm still in technically school.
If
That's
you're
how
doing
this
work,
works.
you should get paid.
You only get paid with knowledge, and when you finish this kind of things. How many weeks were you?
I thought
working
that's
there?
just a cringe thing that happened in America. I didn't realize that's something that Europeans did as well.
Yeah, we do it as well. This is at the end of the second year. You get into a workplace and you work there for, I think it was 3 months. We started in March. Actually, no, we started in April and we're finishing in June. So around 170 hours, more or less. This isn't like a big pay either. It's like maybe $300, but still, it's money that I'm getting. Oh, hey Darius, how's it going? So yeah, around that time. I mean, hey, if they need my help, they know they can contact me and give me an actual contract for the high season, which is coming up soon.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, and the thing is,
mean,
you're not really
at least
supposed to
from
get
my-
paid. So it's kind of a shocker that they actually are, negotiating to get me paid.
More internships should be paid. To be honest, I think the only reason mine isn't paid is because my teacher isn't getting paid to host these internships either. So it's either everyone gets paid to do it or no one gets paid to do it. A big thing for my internship, what I did, is he gives us a prompt and we animate something to the best of that prompt, and he'll give us pointers. So it's
Mm.
not like we're working on a project that's going to make money. It's like
Yeah.
actually like
A
to-
lot of places in America have quote unquote internships that are like basically you're just doing like a proper job, but they're calling it an internship so they don't have to pay you.
Yeah,
Which
no,
is illegal, by the way, but no one enforces
no
it.
one gives a shit.
Yeah. I just, this is an actual internship. I was giving the place, I was told, you're going to work here from my school. Like, my teacher told me, you're going to work here, and that's it. And I'm like, okay. And then I started working there in the 1st of April. That's when my internship started. And, well, it's going on until next Monday doing the next one, because technically I can't go on Friday because family stuff, which is mainly because my grandmother and my grandfather are coming here. They're taking a plane all the way from Bilbao to here because family reunion. Woohoo! We'll have to work for 300 hours in the next 4 years. Jesus.
I mean, I did what was technically an unpaid internship, like I think it was 2 years ago now, with the school. But functionally, it was just a practical class, effectively, because what it was basically, yes, we're gonna teach you how to actually use these machines that you'd use. Oh yes, cool.
Makes sense.
It was a practical, but it was called an internship, and I counted for my internship my practical experience requirement, whatever, for my degree, whatever.
So yeah,
Understandable.
my internship finishes in basically a week, which is nice. I've really enjoyed the workplace that I've been at. Maybe these couple of weeks have been like very intensive. Like I've ended up kind of tired on Saturdays. That's why it's my break day. Even though yesterday, actually, no, not last week, yesterday, I did go and stream some Need for Speed Underground because I couldn't do it on Friday, because on Friday I had other plans, which ended up getting cancelled, but I said, fuck it, I need to climb Pokemon Unite, and I started climbing Pokemon Unite, because I have not gotten not into Masters ever since I started the game in Season 3 or 4. So it's not going to do it. Hot take of the week. Oh! What is it, Darius? What's your hot take of the week? Go ahead and tell us. And then silence fell. I'm just waiting on Darius to answer us. But yeah, Darius is an old friend of ours, of Mips and I.
Wait, quick question.
I wanted to know. Oh, hot take of this week. I don't really have a hot take this week. Honestly, I was kind of expecting you to tell me one. Also, I've been kind of hooked playing Gran Turismo 3. Like an old ass. It's probably older than you, Meep. Right? What year were you born in? 2002? 2003? Meep.
What?
What?
What year were you born?
Yes.
Okay, so it's undisclosed.
Which
were you born-
millennium were you born in?
Probably.
I am a
first.
legal adult.
Okay.
I'm a legal adult, and I am a Zoomer.
Okay, so you're probably younger than this game because Gran Turismo 3 was made in 2001. It was a launch title
When
for
in
PlayStation 2.
My brother's younger than that game, and he's also a legal adult. God damn
I
it!
am older than that game.
Don't make me feel so
Luckily.
old.
I am older than that game, luckily. I'm not older than the first two Gran Turismos for the PlayStation 1, because I think those are 1997 and 1999. Yeah, I've been very much hooked into playing Gran Turismo games. Like the other day, I did an entire endurance race, and it was 2 hours of me driving in circles on a Camaro race car. I'm not
Y'all
a
make me
boomer.
feel so old.
I'm a zoomer. I mean, I should be a millennial because, you know, I'm from the year 2000, but millennials only count until 1997, which is bullshit, but whatever.
I'm literally the cusp of both.
So you're 1996 or 1996, I assume then.
No,
Yes.
I'm a 98.
Oh, 98. Oh, then you're a zoomer, like us then. Because the
No, but I'm like, it's
The oldest
it's
of
the
the
cut.
Zoomers.
Yeah, I'm the oldest of the
Yeah.
Zoomers.
So I
a boomer
on my
zoomer.
other screen,
You were on
what I was
another
laughing at earlier, I opened up my other screen,
screen.
and I opened up Facebook where I'm like, you know, it's Facebook cringe. But my cousin's a Marine, and he posted a video of him training with the Mark 19. Which, if you aren't familiar with what the Mark 19 is,
Probably
it's
an assault
one of the
rifle,
funniest
for
things
sure.
the U.S. military ever made. It's a machine gun, but it shoots 40mm grenades.
Ah, yes.
That reminds me.
Ah, it's a Mark
don't know
19.
why, but
so
I'm
it's
picturing,
a
like,
machine gun
an
grenade
actual-
launcher. Brilliant.
I'm picturing a marshmallow gun, but modified that it's actually military grade.
Is that a Mark 19 tarantula? Hello, Logical. Welcome in. Nice to see people in the chat.
I'm
Sort
not
of.
looking at the picture, and that's all I'm gonna say with. Hello, everyone.
Oh my god, there's 7 people in here. Holy shit.
We're getting views.
We're getting people.
Thank you for
Holy
your
shit.
support, everyone.
I'm surprised. I've gotten a couple of follows today from people from the Smash community. Like, hey, I have a Twitch channel if anyone's interested. And I show them the Twitch channel. Most of them were like, oh, yeah, interesting name. And yeah, and like, yeah, I had a face. I had a Sonic face.
Is it a Mark 19 tarantula?
Neat. I think this question is for you.
What?
Mark
I believe
19
that question
tarantula.
Mark
is for
19.
you.
I don't know what that's a reference to.
I believe the thing you just talked about.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know if Tarantula's special designation has. I've only ever heard it referred to as Mark 19.
Does any of
I
you want to
assume the
share
Mark
some
19
wisdom?
Uh,
The wisdom last time is titty warm and soft, world's cold and hard.
fixed thighs save
Is there any wisdom
lives.
now? Thick thighs save lives, indeed, indeed.
It's a joke,
They can
yeah,
also
because it was
take you
fine.
out.
Yeah, well, you know, it's better, you know, if they save lives instead of taking them.
Depends. What if that's just the way they want to go? Glory, glory, what a hell of a way to die and all that.
Yeah, you know, thighs
Mark
so
19
so
Tarantula
thick
was
they
a
could.
joke I made up because it was funny.
Ah, yes. Thick thighs so thick they could crush a watermelon.
See, I want to do that. I need to train more, but I really want to be
God
able to do that.
Damn. That sounds fun as fuck. I mean, what?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Ah,
So as soon as we exited the tournament, it started like heavily raining out of nowhere. I'm like, shit. Thankfully, I just got into my sister's car as soon as the rain really started to hit it. Yeah. It's been a fun day. It's been really fun. Like the place was really cool because it was like this, you know, it's called the glitch bar, so it's gamer focused and there's a lot of cool things. There were a lot of like tabletop games too. We played what is basically a very sexualized version of Cards Against Humanity in Spanish called Oh My God. I'm going to say one of the prompts that I won, which the white card was. I'm going to make a chastity mark, but for you, I would change my mind. And then my card was, my micro penis doesn't let me do that. I'm sorry. It was like fucking golden. It's not like that exactly, but my god, that was really funny when that happened. So Meep told me his week wasn't very.
Cards Against Humanity and all of the games of its ilk are always awfully hilarious.
Yeah, but this one was really like
Assuming
sexualized
you get the
version.
reference to the thing.
Yeah. So
It's
Meep told
not
me
like
his-
Cards Against Humanity base very clean either, though, Jimmy.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not. This was like 90% sex jokes.
Hmm,
So yeah.
I see.
So Meep told me his week wasn't very heavy in interesting things. Mina, what about you? How was your week?
For the sake of the podcast, I'm not going to discuss it just because it's just very sad.
Oh. Okay.
It's okay. Um,
It's okay.
I will share one thing though. Our sink. I was cleaning the kitchen, and then I left, and then my roommate went to go make some food, and then he left, and then 5 minutes later he goes back into the kitchen because he hears like a hissing noise, only to realize that our fridge filter has sprung a leak, and it was spraying
Wonderful.
everywhere.
Oh no. So that's a
So
problem.
basically, yeah, so there's a tube underneath our sink that runs up like under the cabinetry, under the stove, under more cabinetry, and eventually connects to the sink or to the fridge, right? But it's
Yeah.
just kind of free floating there, so we kind of just nudge it to the side to try not to step on it. It
Someone
ripped,
stepped on
and
it.
so the entire kitchen that I had just cleaned was covered in water,
Oh
and
no.
I was pretty upset about it.
That
Pain.
sucks.
Yeah, we just I told him to hold on to it. We wrapped some towels around the leak. I ran downstairs to my car. I grabbed some emergency electrical tape that I have because we don't have plumber's tape. We ran it back up, and then I just, you know, we had to emergency shut off the water for the sink.
Hmm.
It's still off because if we turn it back on, it leaks again, and we just wrapped it.
Do you not have a roll of duct tape?
No,
You should definitely have a roll of duct tape.
I should have a roll of duct tape.
It's
but
always useful.
using.
Darius
Usually-
just redeemed to become a long boy. Everyone needs to stretch.
Thank you.
Long.
Thank you, Darius.
Oh, I felt a pop in there.
I heard a couple too. But yeah, it's nice like having human contact again that isn't the people you spend all the time with in real life, I mean. Like it's nice to go out, but I'm not the kind of person to go out to like parties or to just go to events like this. It's just feels good, man. I feel like I'm with
It's
people that I can actually talk to without feeling weird because I like video games. I'm sorry, Darius, but I cannot do trigger noises today. My throat is way too sore to do the rees. I'm sorry.
What was it? Do you want me to do it?
Is there any way to give points back?
No. But I can just scream in the mic real quick.
It has
I'm pretty
to be
sure
like
there
a
is.
re noise. Ow. That works.
All right.
I'm pretty sure there is a way to give them back, but I don't know what it is.
Thank you, Mina. My ear.
I'm
No
sorry.
worries. I'll just give them back. I mean, fair enough. But yeah, my throat is way too sore. So yeah, it's like I said, I did commentary for top 8, and it was 3-4 hours long. Because because you know it's best of 5s, and some games went to game 5, and I was being very bombastic because you know you have to be hype for commentary for those kind of things, and you have to be like, you need to know about the game, you need to get things done and dusted, and it was very interesting. Like I was like, I'm happy that I did it, and I'm happy that the person that was casting with me after the fact just like talked to me for a bit, and he's like, okay, you mind if I give you some tips? I'm like, I always take tips. Any kind of tip for anything, sure, I'll take it. I can scream well. I can also scream well. It's just not today's not the day. my throat is tired, so I'm just gonna speak more quietly and more calmly because that is what I can do right now. And I hope that is okay. So, speaking of gaming, what have you guys been doing with your games lately? Like, I've heard, like, Mina finished Breath of the Wild not too long, or you were, like, still playing it?
I'm not finished. I'm still playing it. I started last Saturday. As of today, a week later, I am almost finished with the game. I need one more Divine Beast, and I need 2 more memories, and then defeat Ganon, and then I'm done. I've done most of the side quests already.
You gonna go get the Master Sword?
Yes, I've already found it.
Okay, good that you found it. Now you need the hearts to pull it out. Also, Scream
I
Challenge?
need the hearts to pull.
What?
Scream challenge, and you have your voice back? Oh, probably just all of us scream.
Oh, that would be funny. Maybe for next week.
That would-
Maybe for next Sunday,
Yeah,
because next Sunday I will probably have my voice back and, you know, be more myself, because, you know, I'm not usually this quiet or this calm. Estoy cansadito. Hoy ha sido un día largo. But yeah. Also, I love showing people that I can. Me and Jimmy battling. I don't want to scream at you. I don't want to have us scream at each other. You know, I can just scream.
I'm
I
gonna
can do the bee
scream
noises.
so many positive affirmations at you. Don't even get me started. I will scream how
Oh.
much I love you.
Jesus Christ, you don't need to. I don't understand how or why, but no, please.
Thank you
But
both,
yeah.
my dear.
It was a really fun day today, and like I love like the Smash competition because you like see like the setups, like people bringing their own switches to the computer screens to set them up, and it was fun. I liked it. Also, okay, so I'm
bring
going.
their own Joy-Cons used to their level of Joy-Con drift.
Well, I mean, we already hold on, hydration, everyone, drink, or hydrate, hydrate. So, I'm just gonna explain a little bit of how my tournament ran work because I eventually lost to a Pichu 2-0. Before that, I lost to the fourth best fourth best player in the region, who eventually got second, 2-0. For the shits and giggles, I played Samus game 2, which is his main. I got a stock out, which I'm very proud of. And then my round 1, we start Cloud Paramithra on Town and City, and I lose. Last hit, last stock, and I was pretty discouraged. And then I say, fuck it. He hasn't played in a while. He's kind of rusty. I'm just gonna hit him with Incineroar, and see what happens. And then I absolutely fucking demolished him. Like, it wasn't even fucking close. I got him scared shitless mid-game. Because game 2, we go Incineroar Paramithra on Pokemon Stadium 2. Which is the Brawl Pokemon Stadium. And then I just hit him with like the nastiest confirms and side Bs and neutral Bs and shit. And then the last stock of his, he throws me off stage. I go side B to recover. He tries to edge guard me, but I grab him before he can do that. I intentionally miss my side B, so he is off stage now, and then he air dodges down. And I'm like, okay, I can win this. I got this. You got this. Don't fuck it up now. Game 3, we go Byleth Incineroar into, I think, Smash Bill. And then I just start reading his ass off with the Revenge, which is Incineroar Zombie, which is not only a counter, it also powers up Incineroar. So each time he did up smash to try and read my landing, I would do Zombie, and then I would hit him. And it ended up being a 2-stock, which was kind of nasty. Which I'm pretty proud of. You know, I'm not that great at Smash. I could definitely be much better, but it's a game that I like playing from time to time. I'm definitely playing it more because there's, you know, a couple tournaments I'm gonna go, and the tournament I'm being a TO of, etc, etc. So yeah, also Incineroar online and offline, it's a completely different world because timings. The timing of Saimi is completely different online and offline, and it is wacky as hell. But yeah, that's
Lag
kind of how my
compensation.
rant won. Yeah, you need to press the B button earlier to hit side B with Instant online, and I wasn't really used to it because I played Instant way too much online. But hey, I still got the 2-1, which was Jesus Christ. That was I clutched the fuck up game 2 and 3. Like I was like, okay, I'm not losing. I'm not losing now. I'm going Incineroar, and I'm fucking fearing him out because Incineroar feeds from fear. If you play Incineroar well and your opponent isn't ready, he's gonna get scared. He's gonna do stupid shit that you can read with Revenge, and then just hit him hard. This is what happened. Hello, Polish. How's it going, dude? This man right here, Polish Underdog, by the way, best Mario Kart runner in all of Poland, and currently #1 in the world in Mario Kart DS time trials. Man's a fucking legend. Also, he's up to me, so he's a fucking legend ×2.
Yes.
Thank you for
He is.
the sub.
Yeah, he subbed to me the other day. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? You didn't need to do that. You know, thanks. He is fucking based. He's
Oh,
also
that,
like,
that reminds me. My Amazon Prime's like expired or something. My dad usually pays for that. Which means that I currently don't have the ability to Twitch Prime people.
Sag. I mean, it'd be like that. But yeah, it's no problem. Mate. Thank you. But yeah, this man right here is the sole reason I'm like top 500. I think 500 in the world, or maybe top 600. I'm not really sure right now. On Mario Kart DS, I think I'm like 562nd or something. And then I'm top 80 in the speedrun. If it's of the game of all the 32 tracks, I'm 76th, which is on my bio. He is mainly the driving force for me playing Mario Kart DS, because I would have stopped a long time ago. Yeah, close to top 500. We got potential to. I don't know. I haven't played Mario Kart DS in a long time. I don't know if I have the skills to get to top 400. But you are definitely cracked. Also, if chat, since we have a bunch of people on chat, we have 7 people on chat. Anyone have questions that they want to ask us, so we can answer them? Feel free to ask them. And though I wasn't as active in your DMs in quite some time. Yeah, well, it happens. You had your troubles with, the Mario Kart DS community, and, shit happened. It's okay. No need to worry about it, Chief. You're still the reason why, I'm even where I am right now in Mario Kart DS. But yeah, if anyone in chat has a question, feel free to ask them. We'll answer them and talk about it. Because, it's the Room About 5. We go anywhere and everywhere and talk about anything and everything. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's good. This sounds like a toxic. You know what? Question: do you two ever have a toxic relationship with anyone? IRL? I
Oh,
assume
boy.
so. Yes. I assume yes for part of me, not Meep.
No.
Okay, so like me, well, I've never had a relationship ever. I'm bitchless. I'm gonna stay bitchless. I love how what's your favorite meal? What do you think is very annoying? You have a nemesis. Okay. It's a lot of questions. So, what's your guys' favorite meal? This is a hard one,
That's a
honestly, for
question.
me. Because I eat a lot of different food.
I think lomo saltado is probably my favorite food.
I assume that's pork meat?
It's no, lomo saltado is like beef. It's
Oh, it's beef.
sauteed beef with fries and like like the red onion and tomato, and it's
Okay.
like seasoned. It's Peruvian. It's super good, and it comes with the side of rice. If I can send a picture for Jimmy to like
That sounds
show it
pretty
off, like
tasty. I don't really know what to say about my favorite food because I've eaten so many kinds of food and I'm like, I really like a lot of things. Like, I just had dinner, I just had some curry. What's your plans for this? We'll get to that in a bit. Let's first answer Darius's questions because there's a lot of one. Okay, one at a time. Let us first answer the questions, then you can ask more.
Okay.
Please.
So let's round out the food with me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's start with food.
Mine is probably this thing called chicken divan, which is it's like a kind of casserole, I think. It's made in a casserole dish anyway. It's like it's chicken, broccoli, it's like a couple other things just mixed together, and there's lots of cheese. There's lots of cheese on it. You can tell it's probably an American creation because there's lots of cheese on it.
Mac and cheese, I mean, what?
I
Okay,
love
so
mac and
I
cheese.
don't really know. I'm just going to say like a couple of foods that I really like. Lasagna is one of them. I really like
Oh,
curry.
lasagna's good, yeah.
I like curry. I eat a lot of like Hindu curry that my mom like prepares. Like she buys the curry sauce, but she prepares the chicken and the rice and preps it up. Also, she does like things like a Luke 65, which is like a certain type of curry. She does it with potatoes, and she basically like makes like balls of potato. Like and it's very tasty. I also really like sushi. With my mother makes like homemade sushi, and unironically, one of my favorite sushis is corn sushi. Hear me out. Hold
Corn?
on. Yeah, corn. Corn in the
It's
sushi.
not like I'm questioning you. It's just I've never heard of it.
You know where I
I
found it first?
put in place of the rice.
I found it in Hawaii. Back in like 2008, I think.
You've
We-
been to Hawaii?
Yeah, I've been technically to Kauai. So you'll remember
You're being-
the earthquake back in like 2008 or so. There was like I think it was like 6.2 in the counter. We were there when that happened. We were in Los Angeles going to go back home when that earthquake happened. That was the only experience that I have from an earthquake.
When we
Yeah.
had an earthquake here, like earlier this year, my roommate, that was his first California earthquake, so we just had a little celebration for him.
Yeah, I had mine a long time ago.
I remember when I was at school. I forget when it was, but apparently there's like a small earthquake or something. It was like a 1.9 or something. But it's southern Utah, so like all the neighbors are like freaking out, and then like one of my roommates like comes to me and like tells me about it, and I'm just like, and I just give him this blank stare, like, there was a what? What do you mean there was an earthquake?
Yeah,
How big
sometimes
was it?
like there's earthquakes that are way too
It was
big
a
to
1.2.
notice.
Alright, hold on, roommate. I would like you to take a moment. Because the thing is, my room at college, I have like one decoration up. It's literally just I have a spare California flag. I just like use some command servers to put it up on the wall. And it's like the meme. You know that meme of the are you gay or something? Which sexuality flag of it? And then it's like the German flag or something dumb like that. It's basically that's just how I've got the flag hung up, and I just pointed to that. And it's like I live there. If it's less than a 4, I do not notice.
Oh my god, I didn't notice that earthquake that I just mentioned with my roommate. My partner, he's just like, you didn't feel that? I'm like,
This
no.
is California. Look, I live on top of like 3 different fault lines.
You
Okay.
get used to it eventually, right? It's like you don't really
Just-
notice
yeah,
it anymore when it's
notice.
weak. When
So,
it's stronger, you probably
there was-
notice it.
It's you know.
Oh,
What that
yeah.
reminds me of? I saw a clip of some anime. I don't know what anime it is. But it's like, freaking the like villagers or whatever. Like they're like losing their minds because like an earthquake's going on. The screen's shaking everywhere. Just chaos. And then it's just then the camera changes to like a pair of people who I assume are Japanese. The camera's completely still. There's like barely anything going on. They're just like walking down the street. Comments like, "What do you think it is?" It's like a 3.5.
The thing with Japan and
completely
America, especially West Coast America, is that you have infrastructures more built for earthquakes because you
Yeah,
live
we
near
have-
fault lines and
True.
such. And such
designed
things.
for it. Just
Exactly.
ignore
We have-
half of San Francisco built on freaking soup.
So-
Yeah, San Francisco used to be like a bay area, like a marsh.
No.
Um,
It's just half of San Francisco is made of like really shitty landfill, like how the Dutch have claimed half their land from the sea. It's like they did that, but they did it really shittily. So if there's like anything more than like a 5.0, just like half of the land just turns to soup.
So, Next question. What do you think is very annoying? Start with me.
That noise that you hear when people are chewing or they're talking. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
I had to get that off my
when
chest.
you chew when you chew on something, and you just chewing with your mouth open is disgusting. I hate it. You should chew with
Honestly,
your mouth closed.
one of
Like-
those things that just abs drives me up the wall is like the people who absolutely take like absolutely refuse to like actually argue with you when they're arguing with you. Like they're having an argument with you, but they're not like actually arguing with you. They're just saying like the same three talking points and ignoring
Yeah.
what you're saying.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
That's-
Honestly,
that's
both
not
of
an
those
argument,
are
it's a
good points. You know what I hate a lot? That I find very
political
Twitter,
party with the
yeah.
opposite. Oh, Twitter. Yeah,
Twitter.
that's
yeah,
fair.
Twitter.
That's-
You know, I find
Mood.
very annoying when people like Twitter. Like a lot of people on Twitter will just build up a fire for nothing. Like the amount of
that's
times
Twitter.
I've seen people like get into fights in places just for a grain of salt. It's a saying. I don't mean it for literally. It's just like
I wouldn't be
why?
surprised if people.
It's worthless. You're
over
wasting your
literal
time on
grains of
this.
salt.
Just move on.
Can we get a picture of that one tweet that says, "I just love having a coffee in my garden with my husband, just sit and watch the world go by," and then somebody getting really mad at it? Can we get that up on screen?
That is.
Twitter is
that
a weird place. It's this weird mix between people who get offended way too easily and people who are having way too much fun with the people who get offended way too easily. Like, freaking, like obviously you've got like freaking all the comments, the dumb Pride Month things, and then you've just got Opera GX who one did something actually funny, and then also absolutely roasted the fuck out of everyone who tried to yell at them for it.
Yeah, that Opera GX is kind of like.
Taking no prisoners.
I think okay.
Like-
So speaking of funny internet accounts, I think this whole fiasco started with the Spanish account of Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Like a Spanish
I
version
know-
of Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yes.
Oh no.
Yes, you've heard me right. That account has been shitposting for the past like 2-3 years. There was a commercial that was like branded as this like commercial that you would see on TV talking about like jewels and stuff like that, and it was about a piece of chicken, and it was called Eduardo. I need to show you this.
What?
I need to show you this. It's in Spanish, but I need to show you this video. It is absolutely just fucking crazy.
Dumb? Fun?
Eduardo. It was called the piece of meat was called Eduardo.
I feel like giving something inanimate a very human, very not your native language type name is the funniest thing on the planet.
Yes.
It's right next to giving your pets food-based names.
Okay. Maybe it's this one. Oh, I just need to double check. I just want to make sure because this was just like that, and you know also what? Wendy's. Smug Wendy's.
Oh yeah. Wendy's is well known for having a truly based person in charge of their social media.
Recent
This-
company that
this
popped
is
off
the
on
one.
people.
Oh my god, it's this one. Hold on. It's this one. I found it. I'm sending it to the Discord. There. Watch it when you can. It's in Spanish, so me will probably not understand it, but Mina will.
Oh, hablo
Probably.
español. ¿Tú hablas inglés?
But yeah, it's literally like it's showing it as if it was some kind of like high priced what's it called? Jewelry piece, and it's literally a piece of meat that costs like $1. And it is hilarious. Okay, so
Here, I'm gonna send to the Discord the Opera GX absolutely taking no prisoners.
you need to do so. I have seen it before though, so yeah. Yeah, Oprah GX
Also,
taking no
the
prisoners.
first person is so incompetent they refer to LGBT as LGTV.
Oh god.
You messed up half the letters.
So,
To be
last
fair,
question
I've heard
from...
somebody referred to as. Sorry. I've heard someone referred to us as the ligabata.
Sometimes I do get
Actually,
the words wrong. LGBTQ plus, right? That's the order.
I think that's the current one that they've decided on.
That's the
Okay.
fastest one. The one I sometimes say is LGBTQIA plus.
IA.
Why? It keeps getting longer.
Oh no, that's not the full
Honestly,
thing. Internet historians
they
will
have
cite
to
every
follow
single
it.
one.
Mina,
Oh my
you know what this is
God.
gonna become? The pi number of sexuality.
It's gonna
I'm
be
sorry.
the eye of gender.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
it's
no.
just like I just realized that it's just gonna become pi number, but with genders.
Honestly, the best meme I've seen on just how many of these are coming, because and kind of the thing on it is like the just neo pronouns exist, and then it's the super conservatives are just rage, the old rage comic faces, and then just the hyperactive gremlin is just captioned Scrabble players.
I have some, but yeah,
I'm
okay.
glad that
So
we're-
this may sound very weird, but I do feel like this kind of stuff. It's just some people are just doing this because it's trendy. Maybe it is very homophobic or whatever it is, but I don't know. It feels so because there's just so many
Oh.
that I feel like people that I understand, like people that are whatever they are what they are because they want to be. But I just feel like sometimes there's people that do this because they're doing it.
I feel like there are
because it's
people who
trendy.
definitely weaponize gender.
Yeah.
There are people
Weaponized gender.
weaponizing it. I think there's definitely some people who are doing it for like the internet clout, but
Yeah.
that's just because this has become like the thing, and now everyone's like, oh yeah, I have to do the thing, be part
Exactly.
of the thing,
You know,
or else
something
I'm
funny.
like crazy.
Someone, I'm not going to disclose who, on Discord, a long time ago, tried to make me gay. And they really tried, and they tried to force me. I'm like, no fam,
That's not
I'm not
how
strict
that
that way.
That's sexual harassment, dude.
I said, nah fam,
that-
I don't
that's
swing
not
that
how
way,
it works.
and eventually they stopped. I'm like, okay, good.
Eventually, they moved on to harass someone else. Probably. Let's be real.
I don't think so. But yeah.
People on the internet are seemingly required to be the absolute biggest pieces of shit.
I think the internet is both a blessing and a curse, right? That's not
The,
controversial to say.
the,
But
the-
it's like it's easier to see people who identify with the feelings that you feel, and it's easier to say, "Oh, I'm not just fucking weird. This is like something I can belong. I found a piece of my identity." But it's also very hard when somebody who has absolutely no sense of identity and they start taking from other places, just like, "Oh yeah, that sounds cool," and they start taking it, they start weaponizing it against other people instead of just trying to really discover who they are, which is
Well,
in some
ye-
cases a shitty person.
You know what the other part of that first part though, that's like the downside of it is, oh yeah, I'm not just a weirdo. I can find other people who are just like me. They're just as racist and homophobic assholes.
Mhm.
And we can unite over our collective ideology that other people are just really bad for some reason. Because some people are obsessed with just being the biggest pieces of shit possible, apparently.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I'm probably like the whitest bread of white bread when it comes to races and gender and such.
When it comes to gender, I try to keep myself updated because a lot of my friends
man.
queer identities.
I am man.
A lot of my friends have queer identities. When it comes to race, I don't really have much to say just because I haven't done
I'm a
much research on it.
white man. I am from Spain. The other
I'm a
day.
Spanish
Oh my god, I wanted to murder these people so much. We were talking about Mina, especially you, since you also speak Spanish. How a lot of times people that speak Spanish, people that don't speak Spanish just find them hot as fuck. Have you heard that stereotype that that people that speak Spanish are hot as fuck?
Oh, you
we're
mean
talking
like
about
every Eugenio Derbez ever?
every people that speak Spanish, whether it's from Latin America or Spain, they're just hot as fuck. And I'm like, oh hey, yeah, no, my mother language is Spanish, and they're like, oh you're hot as fuck, and I'm like, excuse me, what? No, I'm not. I'm going to fucking show
I've
you.
never gotten that
send
in
them-
my life.
I send them literally a picture of me, and one of them is like, yeah, I'd smash. And I'm like, what? What?
I've had that happen to me, but not because I speak Spanish. In fact, I don't even think they realized I could speak Spanish. They're just horny. I get a lot of weird horny fuckers throughout my life
Because you are a woman. I'm not even
because
like,
I'm woman.
You woman. Oh my god. Today we were like one of the players burning like I think it was like friend or a girlfriend and we were it was a light joke. It was like Spanish players when they see women. And, you know, like a shocked face. Oh my god, women.
Oh, booga booga.
Bunga, bunga.
I mean, listen. I am bisexual. I understand. Booba, nice. However,
she was a pretty nice girl to talk to. It was a lot of fun to hang around today. It was fun. But yeah,
here's my like.
Hmm.
Here's my like. I hear the word Latina in a minute. Oh no! Bitch, stay away.
Polish.
Alejo.
He's Polish. he
Alejo.
Polish. I'm sorry. Cool. She's already taken. I'm sorry.
I am taken. I think
You're probably the only
thing
one
that I
taken
love-
from us three.
Oh, dude, I have been pining for my current partner for 7 years. I've
Yeah.
never been happier.
That's so good. That's so nice to hear. A friend of mine finally got his partner, and I'm like, when I talk to him, he's like the happiest person ever. I'm like, yeah, hell yeah. Because my friend, this is like my only IRL.
I
by the
heard
way.
that as I hear. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to slander you like that.
No, I mean, yeah, but yeah, my IRL friend, he's tried to get a girlfriend most of his life with little to no success. And I've been with him for a lot of time. Like, you know, I've met him when I was like 3, and now we're 23. Oh my
Now
god,
that-
we've been friends for 20 years. Sorry.
Having
what
a
were you
friendship with
saying?
someone that lasts more than a decade is really nice.
Yeah, like there was a time when we didn't speak as much, but like we knew each other. Like, yeah, no, we're just best friends. We just, you know, have different lives and can't hang out as much anymore. But yeah, ever since I got a
Yeah.
phone, we talk a little bit more now. It's nice because it's nice to see like he's become like a fucking IKEA what's it called cabinet. He's gigantic.
I'm an IKEA.
He is an IKEA wardrobe. He's wide and tall. I'm saying it's in the best way possible, by the way. This is not
Say it
an
with
insult,
love,
this is a
peace and love.
compliment. This is a compliment,
Peace
not an
and love.
insult.
Wardrobe.
Hardy, hey, IKEA things are very hardy and take a lot of beating. But yeah.
I live
um,
next to IKEA, and I've had IKEA furniture around. Some of it's just not that great. It's very weak.
Yeah, well, I mean, the things that I've had from IKEA, that we've taken from IKEA, are pretty good. But I mean, I guess we don't really take
Some are
furniture.
good. Some are just not that great. I think it really just
Also-
depends which IKEA you.
Yeah, I guess so. Also, last question from the 3 first that Darius posted. Do you have a nemesis? I would say
Define
no.
that.
Yeah, Darius, define
Depression.
nemesis. Depression.
My depression.
Ah,
My
yeah,
depression.
myself, Kate.
Holy
Then I guess my
Oh,
nemesis
oh,
would be myself, Kate.
Speaking of that though, I thought of something that can be for you know how a bunch of people, usually very wealthy people, like, oh, money can't buy happiness. You know those assholes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just be like, maybe money can't buy happiness, but it sure can buy my antidepressants.
My nemesis
Money
is
can't buy
Mario Kart
happiness,
DS,
but it
when
can
I,
sure alleviate some of my stresses.
Yeah, money may not be able to buy happiness, but it sure does wonders on getting rid of sadness.
I mean-
The other one I've seen for that is People who say money can't buy happiness have clearly never paid an adoption fee, and it's just a picture of a dog.
Aw. I like
They've
to
never
think
had
like sorry.
people who say that never bought anything for their hobby. They've never had a hobby to enjoy.
Either that or their hobby is not one that you enjoy. It's like Warhammer or something.
Damn. I was going to say money sure can't buy happiness, but it can sure buy the means to get happy.
Uh-huh. Traveling is expensive.
I was
Gas
thinking
is
more
expensive.
yeah, but I
Gas
didn't
is
really
expensive.
mean
and all
that.
my infrastructure is car dependent. Thank you, General Motors.
I mean, I wasn't really talking about that, but okay. I was talking about, like, for me, it's, like hobby stuff. Like, you can buy the means to be happy because you're accomplishing your hobby thanks to the money that you've spent on that hobby.
I can get a better computer set up so I can shit post in higher quality.
I can get a microphone so I can
Dude,
speak and stream.
I could pay off my student debt and be able to actually save toward getting a house, but
I could
Living is
afford
also
to
very
place that I
expensive.
want to instead of having to go live in Utah, where land's like a fifth of the price,
So
if not less.
they also very expensive. I'm sorry, dude. That's a rip.
yeah, that's a rip.
California, it's very expensive here, and
You
Tell-
can't even afford to move out if you wanted to.
Damn. I mean,
no, I
don't-
can't. I just move out to like Utah.
Goddamn. You'll go a lot of distance. Also, next question from Polish. What's your plans for the second half of 2023? I'm probably going to
Go
still
back
do
to
the
school.
same.
I'll go back to school at some point.
I got a job. I just graduated from university.
Congratulations.
About a month. Thank you. But I don't think I'm ready to work in the industry yet, just because my wrist is still not fully recovered. I think I have carpal tunnel.
Oh
Um,
no, not the carpal tunnel gang.
Carpal tunnel gang, let's go. But no, I want to just get whatever job I can, pay off my loans, and then start that saving because I really enjoyed. I get to move back to my parents' house from where I'm currently staying in August, and I'm going to miss having the freedom to do what I like and not have to deal with my family. I love my family very much. It's just that independence. Once you get a taste of it, it's hard to give it up.
I mean, you say that, but honestly, I really like coming home, if for no other reason, than cooking better.
Cooking is good at my house. I'm not going to
Good,
say it's
good.
not, but I also enjoy cooking regardless.
I don't.
I love cooking. Dude, I will if I ever meet you in real life, I'll make you some banana bread or something.
Oh, shit,
Banana bread.
Banana bread. My mom also makes
I
pretty
love
good banana bread.
banana bread.
The-
Yeah,
the-
my mom.
Man.
The thing is, though, Mina, to be fair, both of my parents are pretty good cooks, in part because they've got some good recipes to do, but also my dad, I kid you not, he's very good with barbecuing and grilling. I am not exaggerating when I say it is quite literally award-winning. Like, he has a trophy somewhere.
I'd be down to try your dad's cooking and get some pointers. I love food. I love everything there is to go about food. But no, whenever I go home, my mom and my dad, they're always asking, "Hey, can you make some banana bread before you go? Can you make some cornbread? Some type of like bread so that they can just take a slice for it for breakfast."
Oh no.
Bread.
That's my DS's ability to fly. Please don't tell me you've thrown
Oh,
your DS
rip.
around.
Oh,
That's what you get Boris to teach you.
the thing there with the DS carpal tunnel, yeah. I remember, I think it was Mario Kart 7 I was playing it on like my 3DS, and I think that was the game I realized I am no longer small. The DS now feels a bit small in my hand.
Yeah.
That's why I
That's the
got
real
it.
that's the
3DS
real
is so-
realization you've gotten old when you realize my DS feels too small in my hands.
I never threw it, and I can't cook well. Okay. Think fuck you didn't throw it around. Honestly, I've never
Thank
had that
God.
issue with DSs. Even like the DS Lite does sometimes feel a little small. I eventually like get used to the size. But yeah, my plan. The more I talk to people, I'm like, God fucking damn it! I wish I could be there. I would give you
Aw.
such a fucking.
I really wish I
Because-
had a 3DS XL instead of a normal 3DS because it wouldn't feel so small in my hands. I also need to figure out where
Dude.
the hell my charger for my 3DS has gone.
Here's my solution to the DS never feeling small when I used it. I just stayed small.
That does
works.
work.
One when it's like, oh, it's way too small, I need to change it. One, the other, oh, it's way too small. I'll just get used to it. The other, oh, it's way too small. No, it's not. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you, Polish. I never threw my DS either, and if I threw it, it was like an aimed throw to my bed so it wouldn't break, and then a slap to my leg like 10 times out of anger. I've hit myself a lot of times out of anger.
I think the closest I've got is I think I've dropped like my DS's like a couple times. I was always really careful with them. Like
I'm
Uh,
also
the 3DS I have on my desk right now, I'm pretty sure is the one I got like when the 3DS released.
Oh damn! Do you have the
I'm actually
do you have the ambassadors then?
No, it's just a plain black 3DS.
Oh, so you don't have. So it's not when the prices drop and people got free GBA and SNES games. Damn.
Nope. Then I've got in here somewhere. I've got my DS Lite. That it's not my original DS Lite, though. We do still have that one, and it still works. My DS Lite that I have currently is a limited edition one.
Oh.
That's got like glitter stuff embedded in the top case. That's it's the Algan Polky and like a gold and silver glitter.
Yes,
that's
you're
cool.
talking about the one that there's also a Nintendo Switch edition now, which is the same. It's like
I
Onyx
don't know
Black,
if
but
they've got that Nintendo Switch. I don't know. I don't care.
I described mine in the wrong way.
I
Oof.
do not
I'm
own
very
a Switch of my
accident
own. My
prone.
sibling has a Switch. I do not.
Is
I
you're the one
dropping
that
my shit.
got the cartridge slammed in the other direction, right, Mina?
Okay, so yeah, I'll explain the story again for the people who haven't heard it before. I went to Texas with my mom to visit her step siblings, or half siblings, and we went to go visit them for like a week. And my nieces and nephews, they were like, I think the oldest was about 6 at the time. They found my DS, which was in my backpack. They rummaged through it. They tried to get the game, and they tried to shove it in the wrong way. And when I came back, the game was stuck, and it never played another cartridge again. During my quinceañera back in 2015, 2016, something like that, they came, they visited for my quinceañera, which I don't know if you guys know is a big Hispanic
I
celebration.
assume
for
it's when you have 15 years
when I
old.
turned 15. Yeah, on my 15th birthday. It's
Yeah,
a
we
big,
also have that.
big. Yeah, but for those who don't know, it's a big celebration that from becoming a girl, from going to being a girl to becoming a woman, and so my friends and we brought our 3DSs. We were playing Pokemon X and Y at the time, and so apparently they had gotten into the games and started playing with them. I think the oldest was about 10 at this point. And
Oh, no.
they switched them around and took one game home. And so when I noticed, because Sylvie, my best friend, she noticed that her game cartridge was missing. She called me crying. She's like, I don't know where mine is. So I'm like, Mama, you better call those kids before I kill them. And so she did, and they did find the game cartridge. And then her boyfriend at the time turned on his game to play it at one point, and he's just like, hey, so I actually have hers. They took my cartridge because they had the same one. So I was pissed. I was
Yo, we've
livid.
been raided by Octo Ninja.
Oh, hey, Octo. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, man. The fucking JoJo music as the raid comes in. Oh, Octo.
Thank you so much
How's
for
it
the
going?
raid.
Take coming from playing Smash, I assume. How's stream, buddy? We're just here talking for a while.
We're just talking. I'm shit talking some kids.
Yes.
with you know,
So, yeah.
something funny. I've gotten a lot of games from friends and that I've kept. I have an entire 2DS that I kept to myself because a friend of mine said like, "Oh, I don't need this anymore." Also, the touchscreen doesn't work. Here, have it. I don't need it. I'm like, okay, free console. We take those, baby.
Rip Octo. What else?
Sometimes
Yes,
Smash into it.
JoJo.
But I mean, yeah, it's funny. But yeah, thank you for coming in, Octo. Unfortunately, that Smash didn't do well today. It just happens sometimes. I mean, Melty did pretty well today. But yeah, Octo, if anyone does on my chat and doesn't follow him already, you better fucking follow him, or I'm going to
Just
grab
shout
your
out,
face
man.
and shove it up your ass.
Shove it on the subscribe button, dude.
Follow button. This is on YouTube.
That's not the command for it. Okay.
I don't have
Okay.
I don't have the sub button, but yeah, just
What's sub button?
The shout out button.
Yeah. Is there any more questions, or did we get?
hold
to
on.
the
There's
point?
one more question that Also, did you guys? Oh yeah, I guess I didn't just like say my plans for 2023. So this
Just
summer,
says they hit 100 today.
yeah, he hit
That's a
100
big
today.
bump.
So next Saturday stream, he's going to be only playing Melty Blood, Type Lumina, which is pretty fun. It's a fighting game. It's an anime fighting game. But yeah, so as I was going to say, in 2023, I plan this summer. I don't know what I'm going to do after summer, but I plan on summer to get a British degree in English, from the A2 that I have, which is the most basic level, to probably a B2 or a C1, which is more advanced levels. 2, get our driver's license, something you desperately need because I need to get places. And 3, this is just more of a maybe, get 150 followers on Twitch.
Goals.
That's kind of the plan. If I don't get 150 followers on Twitch by the end of summer, it's not the end of the world, but it would be nice to get it. Also, I fucking Christ, I wish I could, go to Cali. I got C1 Octo. I don't need help. The thing is, I just need to go and do the exam because I've done things related to level C2, which is the advanced level that there is. I just need to get my ass to a language school and just say, hey, I want to apply myself for one of these 2 exams and get it. Because my English, I think it's decent. I can defend myself.
Doing really well.
Thank you.
The thing, Jimmy, though, it's the slight unfortunate thing is even if it's like you do visit Cali and want to like visit like the 2 of us, your friends in Cali, it's not exactly easily doable. Because I'm pretty sure our 2 spots in the state are like further apart than like the northern and southernmost parts of Spain.
Yeah.
If I
And I'm
have
not
to
even,
go,
like,
I will
in, like,
fucking
true
go.
northern Cali.
Look, if I have to drive 4
I can-
hours to meet one of you 2, I fucking would. That's how much you people
here's the plan,
matter to
right?
me.
Here's the plan, right? We'll meet somewhere in the middle. We'll go by like train or something. So you can still take trams, or at least around here in Los Angeles, it can take you as far as San Diego.
No. You know what? We know what we have to do. We have to like wait until eventually the California high-speed rails finish so we can ride the good train.
True.
That would solve the problem.
Honestly, I feel like if Jimmy visited, he'd probably get the same thing that that Alex got when he was visiting.
Which is?
California was so expensive, I could only afford half a cup.
I mean, I'm not going to, go alone. I would go, with a family, with a family member
Yeah.
that is from California, because split families and lineage and such. I was talking to Jose, which is the man that lived there. Chair check?
Chair check.
Oh.
Is it here?
Hold on, give me a moment. Yeah, this is indeed a chair. I am sitting on a chair. It is still in one piece, which is good.
It is a funny cup.
I love this cup so much. It's literally just in half.
That is hilarious.
Oh, that's funny. That's Cool. But yeah, that's. Oh, and final question, since I think everyone talked about their plans for 2023, for the next part of 2023. Darius asked if you like sports, and if so, what's your favorite sport? I assume normal sport. I don't know if motorsports and esports count. That's up to Darius,
Motorsports
honestly.
goes.
Yeah, I guess so.
Motorsports
I mean,
sport, I would not count esports for this.
I honestly like motorsport things, especially now that I've been like really addicted to playing Gran Turismo, like GT races. I've been watching a lot of like documentaries about the 24 Hours of Le Mans, which by the way, Ferrari won, and Ferrari hasn't won the 24 Hours in Le Mans in 58 years. It's been a little bit since they won Le Mans.
Honestly, you know what I think's one of my favorite sports things is like old school NASCAR, like old NASCAR before NASCAR became kind of dumb like it is today. Because it used to be really funny, the kind of stuff. Really funny. Less than the fact that I think I'd honestly enjoy watching it. More just some of the stuff that was done like behind the scenes was hilarious. Like there was at one point there was a NASCAR driver who claimed that half of the NASCAR rulebook was because of him.
Yeah, I think you told me this before. I think we're talking about
I think I brought it up.
last stream, yeah. What about you, Mina?
I was gonna say hiking, but hiking's not really a sport. It's just something I like to do.
Makes sense.
I used to play a lot of soccer, or I guess football.
Football.
For Jimmy. Football.
Okay, I need to do this in a tangent because I will never understand why is this a thing. Why do Americans people have football when that you barely fucking touch the ball with your foot?
So Jimmy, you know what makes it even dumber though? Both American soccer and American football are both basically derivatives of the same proto sport that became both. It's also the same reason that Australian football is also its own separate thing. It's
You mean
also
rugby?
derivative. No, rugby is different, and rugby is also derivative of the same game. It's with slightly different rules.
Because the ball is 1 foot big, that's why. It's still stupid. It's like you touch the ball
I don't know if
with
that
your
measurement is
foot.
correct.
Football. You know, it's like
It's
like
also
handball.
honest. Also, Jimmy, I'm going to be completely honest. It would not surprise me if part of the reason it's true and why Americans don't want to change it is just because they know that it annoys the rest of the world.
Speaking of which, look at Darius's response. It's football and not soccer.
It's football, not soccer. See, that's why we do it.
Yes.
There's
Also,
the answer.
on the topic of of sports ball, the traditional soccer ball, football, the black and white pentagon, hexagon color scheme. Do you know why that's a thing?
Go ahead.
That color scheme originated during the very early days of televised matches because it was specifically chosen because on black and white TVs it made the ball much easier to see.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, it would make
Okay,
a lot
so yeah,
of sense. Also, yeah, 7 people. It's kind of wild. Also, Chad is very alive, which is something I really like to see. Like,
Yes.
Chad being alive
Thank you
makes
so
me
much for the
happy.
engagement.
Yeah. So,
The other funny thing with sports ball is how Electronic Arts has their line
yes.
of games, the FIFA games. So apparently they've lost. It's basically just the same game over and over again. They've
Yes.
apparently for some reason lost the rights to use FIFA as the trademarked organization in the branding for the games.
That's funny.
then why is
And-
it called FIFA now?
No. What's really funny is commentators have said that they're still gonna make the games. They're just not FIFA branded anymore. And the commentators have said this is the greatest change, the biggest change that the franchise has ever had.
Yeah, we can do more questions.
Yeah, we can do more questions. Everyone
wanna
can
play
ask Octo
sport.
as well. What did you
Either
say?
more questions or start redeeming those Papa coins for some cool meat facts.
I want to change my answer.
we have
My
to find
favorite
something-
sport is marching band because I enjoyed marching band a whole lot
Marching
in
band's
high
a
school.
sport?
Yes,
No, it's
It is
not
a
a
sport.
sport, but it's sport adjacent because it's often made to play at sporting events.
Because it's a bunch of teams who are physically
fair enough.
exerting themselves competing against other teams.
I mean, fair enough. I honestly
Also
don't know.
marching
Like
band
normal
is just-
sport, it's probably either tennis or golf. Like unironically. I
And if you got an
played
interesting box.
beatboxing.
No.
I've
I
think
heard about
beatboxing is
beatboxing, but
cool.
it's not my cup of tea.
I think it's really cool. I'm just not confident enough to try myself.
Same. It's like I'm not that kind of person. It's not my jam, but it sounds cool. My favorite esports is Mario Kart. Yes. Yeah. No, Doy. You're top 100 in the world. What do you think is your greatest strength?
Great. No, get out of here with those interview questions, Darius. No, not allowed. No,
Next question, please.
not a job. I am
My
not going
great-
to answer that.
I can lift a man, carry him bridal style.
Greatest strength? What is that? Boy, I have an entire
strong.
community to show you guys. But yeah.
Oh boy!
Greatest strength? What is that?
That is like the most cliche job interview question. And I will not be having it.
Yeah, my job didn't work. I mean, I can
Appreciate
lift
it.
people up as well. I could suplex people if I really wanted to, but I'm not gonna.
I
True.
certainly cannot.
Meep, you're not getting the job.
Meep's not getting a job. Oh well. Next question.
Meep's greatest strength is knowing a bunch of facts.
Meep's greatest strength
wait,
is
hold on,
his
let me time out
Giga
here.
Chad brain.
His big Giga Chad brain.
Yeah, you can just. Yes, there's a reason I have a psychic type avatar. It's definitely not because Gallade is my favorite Pokemon. It's because I am big brain.
You are a clever man. I honestly couldn't say what my greatest strength is. You all know pretty well why, but you know. Selling
think your greatest
cucumbers is a
strength
good
is
job. What do you want? To scare cats?
Why has this come up there? Because I know one of our other Discord servers you brought up
pickles
something
more.
related to cucumber selling. Why is this a thing?
I'm
Have,
allergic
have
to
you
silver
inherited a
rules.
cucumber
Sorry,
from
dude.
there?
I'm honestly
Pickles are
not.
good. I'm just allergic to the dill in pickles.
I like my pickles. I like my pickles like I like my women. Thick and tasty.
I was gonna say green and sour.
I mean, I like me some big pickles, and they're tasty too.
The bisexuals welcome you. Hold on, we got an ad.
Oh no, ass. Amen,
Did we
brother.
get an ad?
Also, amen, brother. Also, ass. Okay, we can wait for a minute. Good to know that ads still actually work. You know, and it's not.
Yeah, no,
I-
we've been
there's
running every now and again.
5. Why is it running 5? It just ran ads for me like 10 minutes ago.
Same, it
It's
ran
running
5
5.
ads. I got 3 at least. But that means I'm gonna have one
Bezos.
really long ad.
Bezos, sawed off.
No, I need money. I am poor. I have as many cucumbers.
I
I
have-
have women. I don't have cucumbers.
My man's getting
say.
money today.
Hell yeah, the money. I need my Bezos bucks because maybe with these Bezos bucks I can buy the entryway to DreamHack 2023, and I really want to go to DreamHack 2023, but the entryway is $32.
Cucumba wrap.
Cucumber. Well, in that case, I got 1 cucumber. Octo got the girlfriend too. And Man's gotten a lot of girls since from what I've talked to him. Man is the ladies magnet. It's like, no, I'm not that attractive, bitch. says the man with getting multiple ladies as their girlfriends.
I probably could if I actually bothered to go outside.
Okay, I'm back.
I wouldn't. I have zero
I probably-
flirting skills.
If I went outside and socialized, I mean that's the other thing is how the fuck you do that. But like,
Do you ever
I feel like I probably could, just because from what I've heard, like honestly, like the easiest way is like actually like get girls like shower and like
Yeah.
listen to them and like talk about what they're interested in.
Female
Mhm.
assigned at birth, but female identifying. The biggest like thing for girls is to make them laugh. And if you want to flirt with someone, if they're being like close and touchy and like giggly around you, like that's generally what you think. But if you can't tell if they're just being friendly or being flirty, try like little flirts back. And if there's like no reciprocation, just back off. They're just being friendly. And by flirty, I mean like, you know, just like
I don't know. That's the problem.
I don't
It's
know
just like-
either.
How socialize?
it's really hard to like describe it. It's like it's something that has to be there in the moment. You know, it's like, well, I don't want
the
to
other
do that.
thing-
Because what if that you do like so and so? And it's like, I don't know. What if I did do so and so? That would be like an example of like attempting to
Okay.
flirt back and then seeing gauging reactions.
Yeah.
Okay. Always
So
test the
there
one.
is there says, do you
Yes.
have a
You wanna
favorite
make sure
content
you got-
creator?
Good pH in your
Can I show a content creator I really like? Because they're also here on Twitch. They're just not streaming right now.
Can I show a really cool couple of content creators?
Go
It's
ahead.
your Twitch channel, Jimmy. You don't have to ask.
Okay, good. Go
Yeah,
follow
I'm
me now.
asking
Go
you.
follow me on Raijo on Twitch, and go follow Chuck the Ninja on Twitch. They're both pretty cool, pretty cool people. A woman wants me naturally. Let me complete my own life.
I'm
Damn.
gonna cry.
Also, yes, go follow me now.
I'm gonna cry. Completing life takes a while to though.
It is a very long board game.
It's a very long board game.
It's also one of those older board games that's just shit.
I'm also like super tired of playing, and they won't let me take a break for like 5 minutes.
Go follow her
The-
immediately. It's an order. You mean
So,
yes?
so on the topic of board games, so you all know like how some of those really old board games are just kind of like ugh, like how it's like no one actually enjoys Monopoly, but every household owns a copy of Monopoly.
Except to Jimmy. Go except to Jimmy, mates.
Yeah.
Good chill.
So yeah, the board game Monopoly, the game that like every household has, but you can never find anyone who actually enjoys the game.
I think it really also depends on like the people you play with too, because you really learn. Like you know how there's like people that's like, oh, you learn who people really are when you're planning something big, like a wedding or like your baby shower or your pregnancy, whatever. No, you learn who people are when you play Monopoly.
So first of all, funny story with Monopoly. Monopoly was a game that was in the public domain and then got clawed out of the public domain.
Oh.
And it was originally a game designed to tell people monopolies are cringe. But you know,
Like walked around in like a Walmart or something and suddenly seen Monopoly based on your city.
I swear there's probably like more versions of Monopoly than like any other game. Just because they just reskin the game like every like 3 days.
I mean, if it works, it works.
The
My friend group is an Uno friend group, unfortunately.
Same
The
here.
thing is though, for like the modern like board game people, like the everyone owns a copy of Monopoly. Now it's Settlers of Catan. It's everyone has a copy of Settlers of Catan. And Settlers of Catan is an actually good game, unlike Monopoly.
I've heard 10 Candles is really fun.
Why is 10 candles?
10 Candles is like a board game. It's not really a board game because you play with like a quote unquote board that you make of cards. And I think you need to find 4 keys before your candles run out. But everybody dies in the end. It's just a matter of how you die.
Oh. I want to play Taiga Stream Kid Dasher Road. I'm the only one that gets that joke. So Taiga and MK Dasher are probably the two best Mario Kart players ever. Currently, MK Dasher is a Spanish person too, so the Spanish rep Mario Kart DS is kind of high, and Taiga is Japanese. Just I have to play
Anyway, I
cucumber
don't think-
football now.
I don't think you guys answered who your favorite content creator was.
I
Mine, just to
did.
show
I
my
answered with my 2 content creators.
I think my favorite is not only Jimmy, and Harpy's also really fun to watch
Yeah,
too.
Harpy's
I
really
like
fun to
enjoying.
watch from time to time. She's very chill. You know,
Yeah,
you were
we
here,
love
so I
Harpy
had to
Lady.
shout you out. Because that's
I
how.
think on Twitch and YouTube, like watching outside creators that I don't know, I love watching Bose versus the World, because she covers a lot of true crime and she's really funny with it. She breaks down like here's like their trigger responses. She's not licensed or anything, but it's just like patterns she's noticed.
Hmm.
These are like trigger responses that they do and why they do the things they do, and here's why you need to figure out how to fix your shit before you even consider doing half of the shit that they did.
Me? How
it's
am
the
I your favorite
money
content
can't happen,
creator?
it's the
Excuse me?
money must be more therapy.
Hold on, Octo. Explain yourself. Why am I one of
I
your
said-
favorite content creators? I do not understand. I do not compute. How can I be likable?
Iron Mass and Connor is a very good duo, to be honest.
Yeah, Iron Man's kind of sick. Lately I've been watching a lot of this this YouTube channel. It's a smaller YouTube channel called the Trav Guy. You're the only. Holy shit, that's something I didn't expect to. But yeah, I've been watching this guy called Trav Guy, and he's done like games like a lot of boomer shooters, like Doom-like games. I say you could say. I've seen you fail in Need for Speed for the 800. Hey, hold on, I need to. 8,457,854th time, Jimmy. No, you've seen me fail in Mario Kart DS that many amount of times. Yes, Connor is amazing. You know what? I've actually been watching lately, like Trash Days, which is the podcast with Connor, Sea Dog, VA, Joey the Anime Man, and Grant, I think it's called, which I do not remember the name of. But yeah, it's a pretty fun one. Oh, vibe check. Everyone, make sure to you're sitting straight in your chairs. You're comfortable in them. GG.
Make sure your posture is not shit.
Cringe. Yeah.
Cringe.
Gaunt? I think it's
So-
Gaunt. But yeah, that's probably it. Anyone got questions or anything? Because I have a feeling.
You know what's something we could talk about?
Yeah.
What are some of those like older movies that like your parents like want to show you because they insist this is like the greatest thing ever, and then you watch it's like, eh.
Hold on. I need to find the name in English, but the name in English of this. But I watched a
when you head out,
1930s drama. Yeah,
for me, it's
Octo.
What was that, Mina?
Titanic.
Oh, like
Titanic.
the
movie.
one that everyone makes fun of.
Yeah, the Leonardo DiCaprio one.
Okay.
Have
a fan.
you
I know
two
it had a business episode.
so have you two heard of Gone with the Wind?
I have
Yes.
heard of that one.
I watched that movie. The entire 4 hours. I think it was okay.
I mean,
There's a couple
I think
moments
the
here and
two-
there, but it's like it's a really old soap opera, soap drama. It's like it's a product of its time. It's okay. It's not mind breaking. It's also 4 hours long. She's like, holy shit! How do people watch movies for this long? But then I realized, oh wait, I watch streams that are like 7 hours long, and I watch constantly videos that are an hour long minimum. So
I think the two that are the biggest example of parents swear this was like the best shit ever, and I just watched it like it's okay, like at best. For me, were the original Top Gun.
okay.
The original Top Gun. My parents finally got around to showing me the original Top Gun just before the new one came out, and I'm like, it's okay.
It's a product
I
of
guess.
its time.
I mean, it's more just I personally didn't vibe with it too much, mainly because really what the original Top Gun is it is a cheesy romance flick with F-14 Tomcats.
My parents
That's
watched
what it is.
Titanic on a small black and white TV back in 1998. That's when I was born. When they were dating, they didn't talk to each other throughout the entire movie, and multiple hours after, damn.
The other one though, that I actually thought was really meh at best that my parents really liked was History of the World Part 1.
That sounds kind of boring.
History of the World Part 1 is a Mel Brooks comedy film
Oh.
where it's
Sounds like
just
fun.
there are a couple scenes in it that are really funny to me, but I think most of it is a lot of it is like references and parodies and making fun of things from when it was made in like the 80s or 70s or something. Get most of the jokes. I mean, and that's probably the main reason I don't get it. But I've seen some of other Mel Brooks films, and they are hilarious. Blazing Saddles and Spaceballs both come to mind. They are both amazing.
Spaceballs.
Spaceballs is a Star Wars spoof, and
It is
Blazing
so
Saddles,
fucking good.
yeah, and
Isn't
Blazing
also there,
Saddles.
like, a
Western
Star
spoof.
Trek spoof?
Yeah, I think that's actually running right now.
Is there a Star Trek spoof running right now?
Yeah,
There was
I
an
think
old
so.
Star Trek spoof, like from a while ago. I don't remember from when, but there was like an actual like Star Trek spoof movie. I think it's I don't remember the name right now, but it was kind of funny. Any of you watch anime? I used to too. I used to watch anime when I was like 15, 16, 17. Like when I was like on 11th and 12th grade, I binge watched the shit of anime. There was some anime that I was just watching an entire night from like 6 p.m. to 3 a.m. And then I would wake up to school ultra tired because I had to go to school at 9 a.m. The life of a teenager. Those were the memories. Guys? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Uh-oh. Ah. Problem. I'm gonna have to end the stream today. Now. Because my computer decided not to do its thing. So, we're going to end stream for today. Sadly, our conversation got cut short, which is kind of unfortunate. I used to watch anime for a while. I'll hold on. Let me send them something real quickly. Okay, so I'm gonna put that. And after that, we're going to go, rate someone. But yeah, that it happens. It's just, my internet's kind of shit. So, it'd be like that. I'm gonna put that there. So maybe they'll both realize that I'm gone. Oh, I think they both know that I'm gone because there's no one in voice chat. Oh, there they are. Nope, never mind. I mean, I can post them. I can put them on the. No, they actually. Are they there? They go. I don't know. This is. It's been kind of wacky. But yeah. Let me just maybe this can work. Hello. So hold on. Let me input more volume into this. Discord died because it's 12 a.m. and Discord dies at 12 a.m. It's like the Cinderella story. So let's just answer Darius's question of if any of you watch anime, and we will wrap it up for the day.
We were discussing about your exit in Puppy Town.
Nah, my bad. Yeah.
Papa's vanishing in Puppy Town over on twitch.tv/Mina Raichu.
Go forward.
Thank you.
Anyway, but yeah. So we're talking. And Darius asked if any of you.
Semi-weekly Pokemon Mystery Dungeon RPG moments.
But yeah.
I run a deep campaign with these two. It's great. I love them.
With these two poofs. But yeah, as I said, do any of you watch anime or have watched anime?
I've watched a couple, but not really.
I've watched a bunch. When I was like a teenager, I used to binge watch a shitload of anime. Like, to the point that sometimes I would just be watching an anime in an entire day. Like, an anime per day. That's how bad it sometimes got.
I haven't watched
You
like
went-
that much.
The important question, Jimmy, though, is did you go full weeb?
What do you mean full weeb?
Oh, like middle school full weeb where you're saying baka unironically like I did.
Oh, you know what's one of the funniest things I learned recently?
Nani?
Apparently, in Japan, they have like reverse weebs that are like kind of like weebs, but they're
Oh
for
yeah,
like
the long
Yeah,
Western.
that's
for like the Western media and the cowboy stuff.
I definitely had my
Ow.
moments here and there, but I don't think I was like full on like weeaboo. I was that, but I had my moments. But yeah, I binge watched so much fucking anime back in the day. What's your favorite anime that you've watched? Some of
Ooh,
mine
that's
have
a tough
definitely been Konosuba, and Data Life was interesting. It's an interesting anime.
I
to
completely
say the
forgot.
least.
I watched the first season of the One Punch Man anime.
I need to watch
That one's
One
good.
Punch Man. I also need to watch Hotoken, but
One Punch Man is funny.
One Punch is very funny. Saitama's just a funny character.
You know what? You know what's one of the funniest things I learned is they made a One Punch Man fighting game. That's like a arena fighter,
Yeah.
and they included the titular One Punch Man in a way that he's actually balanced, without completely ruining him as a character of being a One Punch Man. And how they did it is it's a team based arena fighter. So it's like 3v.
Yeah. 3v3.
He's not in there. Yeah, he's late to the match. So he's just like in the corner of the screen. There's just a timer counting down, and it's you have to play a character down. And if you can survive until the timer runs out, you just win. But if the enemy defeats your two characters that they have a numbers advantage against before time runs out, they win.
So basically, Saitama
Honestly,
doesn't play.
that's really creative.
So like Saitama doesn't play the game, I guess.
No, he shows up late to the fight. So you basically, if you pick him, you have to hold out until he shows up, or if the other person, you have to beat them before Saitama shows up.
Ah, makes sense. Makes sense. Okay. But yeah, I watched what's it called? Konosuba was really fun. It was a really fun anime. There's also this one anime, I completely forgot the name. It was a 2015, I think it was summer season anime. And the plot of it got stuck in my head because it's kind of funky. It's like your average day schoolboy gets basically kidnapped and sent into an all-girl school to teach those all-girl school students about the outside world. Because they've been like for years now being like this school is like only for rich girls that have been living in isolation. It's like, okay. It was definitely an interesting anime and the plot stuck in my head.
I mean,
Also,
it's just weird.
not Data Life. What's it called again? No, something related to game. Hold on.
You know what is an anime I've been meaning to watch?
Yeah.
I've been meaning to get around to watching the Space Battleship Yamato anime.
Ah, No Game No
Did you know-
Life. Have you guys ever heard of
Did you
No
know-
Game No Life?
No, I have not.
It's a
You know,
really
for the
good
Space
anime.
Battleship, yes, we must defeat aliens and go to this other planet in order to the Earth. And we're doing it with a spaceship made out of the wreck of the Yamato because anime.
Because anime, Japan, Yamato. Yes, makes sense. Mina? What about you? Mina?
Has Mina died too?
Oh my
Are we
God.
reaching the end of the Roomba of Thought?
I mean, we are approaching the end of the room outside, yeah.
It's
Mina?
just not working.
Oh,
Oh, there we go.
Mine is back.
Yeah, sorry, my mic will like unplug itself sometimes. For me,
So
my
far.
favorite anime depends. So if I'm like going combat anime, like for fight scenes, from it's probably gonna be Ranma one half. I love Ranma so much. I also, I'm like super hyper focused on City Hunter right now. It's just so fucking good. The vibes are immaculate. Um, when it comes to like romance anime, I love um, Ore Monogatari
ooh.
or my love story. Do you guys remember that anime about like this super tall guy with like
Yes.
big thick lips and he has this girlfriend? That one, I love that one so fucking
Yes,
much.
I have heard of that one.
It's so good.
I genuinely started watching anime with ecchi anime.
That sounds about right.
I started
think
with High
my-
School DxD and to Love Ru, because this is not a joke. Because I watched a video on Watch Mojo about the 10 most popular characters. And I'm like, this sounds interesting. I'll watch it, and that's how it started.
I think my top 2 of all time are Space Dandy and JoJo.
I love
All of
JoJo.
Dude.
The thing with JoJo is I don't really know how to watch part 4. Part 4 seems like kind of sluggish for me. Sluggish?
Part 4 is very slow, but I fucking love Josuke as a concept, and I've simped for him ever since he came out.
I love parts 1 to 3. Like, they're all really good. They all have their own quirks.
Every JoJo just has their own vibe, and I can't wait for part 9.
Joseph
Hurry
is
up,
the best
Hiroki.
JoJo. Don't fight me.
Hmm?
Don't at me. Joseph is the best JoJo. Don't at me.
Joseph is really funny just because that's my dad's name.
Joseph Joestar.
Joseph Joestar. I can't choose like a favorite part. I can just choose a favorite JoJo just because I'm the most attracted to who he is as a person.
Oh
Rest in
my.
peace to Josuke's actor, by the way.
I love Jung Joseph. It's so funny.
It's
I love what a lot of things he says, like, and now you're going to say this, and they say the thing is like, what?
Nani?
Omae wa mou shinderu. Nani? I need to watch that anime, by the way, Fist of the North Star. But yeah,
Oh, this one, sorry. Hokuto no Ken. I've heard a lot of
Hokuto
good
no
things
Ken,
about it.
yeah,
A lot of
it
good
is.
were to JoJo, and it was really good too.
it is Yo-Yo before Yo-Yo was a thing.
I've heard a lot about the oldest anime that, not the oldest anime, but the oldest anime character who exists, is this superhero called Golden Bat, and he was super popular in other parts of the world, like in Europe, like he's been translated to Portuguese, Italian, Spanish, but there's no English release, and most of the Japanese release is lost media, and he's existed since before anime was a concept. He's just a golden skeleton from Atlantis, doesn't say a word, he just laughs in the face of evil and beats them up. And I love him.
A golden skeleton. That sounds on the vibe.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm now going to check stream. Also, you people should watch No Game No Life. It's just one season, and it is a crime that it's only one season in a movie, because it is an absolute
Wait, dude.
fucking banger of a movie. It's an absolute banger of an anime. Like, it is so an aesthetic. Also, it's two NEETs, a brother and a sister, that get transported into a world of games. Not just tabletop games, video games as well. And it's such a good anime. It is, you need to watch it. It is an experience that you need to watch. So, we are going to now go and see if there's anyone interesting to raid. Because it is
I'm probably
the...
gonna wrap up and get some chicken nuggets.
And I'm
'cause
probably
I
gonna
love
go
yeah,
to...
chicken nuggets.
chicken nugget.
And I'm probably gonna go to sleep after this. Maybe check the stream that I was commentating and see what I could do better, but we'll see.
Oh
That's
yeah, link the
okay.
stream you were just in the chat.
I posted it on Discord. So if
Yeah,
anyone
but no,
can...
put it in the chat for other people too.
my chat isn't currently working. Remember, my internet kind of dies at 12 a.m.
got
Let's
it.
see, who to raid? There's a bunch of draft races and 100% speedrun. Okay. So let's see. There's a lot of people playing Platinum. What the hell? Platinum Kaizo, Fishing Platinum, Randomizer, Beautiful Time for the Preview. It's very funny because I have all the Hamtaro games in my list of games that I like.
Doing Hamtaro again? Stream a Hamtaro streamer!
I need to stream, I think I streamed all the games though. Maybe I'm missing Ham games, but I know for a fact, you and I,
Did we finish?
I don't know if we finished Ham games, but I know for a fact we finished Rainbow Rescue and Ham Heartbreak. We didn't 100% Rainbow Rescue, but we did pretty much 100% Ham Heartbreak. That was a fun experience.
There is another game, like...
Yeah,
other than
Ham's Unite.
Heartbreak. Yeah, we'll do that one or something.
Maybe. I
Yeah.
don't know who to rate, honestly. Any recommendations? That you guys should want to tell me to go rate?
Zebra Pig is vibing right now.
Who is Zebra Pig?
Zebra Pig, $42.99.
Hold on, let me look it up. Zebra Pig.
They're streaming Don't Starve together right now.
For $2.99. Alright, let's rate them then. Let's rate Zebra Pig 99. For $2.99, my bad. Okay, Zebra Pig for $2.99. Let's rate them. Let's try to go with everyone. So let's rate
Thanks for supporting, everybody.
Zebra Pig for $2.99. Okay, so we're going to rate them. Go follow, go say hi, and make a good vibe. And we'll see you all tomorrow for my now mage-focused playthrough of Terraria Calamity mod. Maybe if the gang is ready, maybe we'll just finish multiplayer and then I'll get to that. But if they're not ready, I'll just play single player, which I'm kind of cracked to the game. I know how to fight the bosses on my own, so I think I'll do fine. Yeah. Let's go. Bye bye.